An elementary school classroom in a slum, part 2. Continuing with the second paragraph. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. The poet feels that the lives of these children remain confined to the narrow streets of the slums, and it appears that the street is sealed with a lead sky. Lead means dull sky, black sky. These children are not able to experience a clear and bright sky. It seems their lives are not subjected to witnessing anything bright in life, anything beautiful in their lives. Far, far from rivers, capes, and stars of words. What to talk of essential necessities of life in the lives of these children? The poet says that these children are unable to enjoy objects of nature. Objects of nature like rivers. They have not ever seen the beauty of rivers. They have never seen capes. Capes are areas of land which merge into the sea. So those lands are also beautiful, but these children do not have an access to those lands. And stars of words. Stars of words are symbolic of education. These children they do not have an access to good education as well. The next two stanzas of the poem. In the third stanza, the poet has described the condition of the children, and in the fourth stanza, that's the last stanza, the poet has urged people to help these slum children come out of their dwelling places and witness the beautiful world around. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example. The poet says that the picture of Shakespeare hanging in the classroom is not a good example for these students. Shakespeare is wicked. Wicked means bad. The poet says Shakespeare is bad, and the map hanging in the class is also a bad example for the slum children, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. Why the presence of Shakespeare and the map in the class is bad? Because Shakespeare in his writings, he mentions ships. He mentions people traveling by ships. And who are able to undertake journey by ships? Rich people. Shakespeare mentions sun. Sun means warm areas. In European countries, it is cold most of the times. So, people going to warmer areas are those who have money, who can afford to go out to sunny places, warm areas, and love tempting them to steal. Shakespeare, in his writings, when he mentions romance, he mentions people spending a lot of money. So mention of these three things in the writings of Shakespeare, that is ships, sun, and the love elements, for which again you need to be rich. These three things tempts them to steal. Tempts means they prompt them. They get attracted towards stealing money so as to enjoy these three things in their lives. For lives that slyly turn in their crammed holes. You need to connect the first line with the third line. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example for lives. For the lives of these slum children that slyly means cleverly, turn in their crammed holes. The lives of these children very cleverly turn in means closed in their cramped, their small dwelling places. They are unable to come out of their small dwelling places. Their lives very cleverly get closed in their small dwelling places, small slums. From fog to endless night, the poet has asked a question here. that are the lives of these children going to start from fog? Fog denotes dullness, fog denotes despair, and again end in an endless night. Again, they have no brightness, no light in their lives. So, are their lives going to start from fog? Fog denotes dullness, fog denotes despair, disappointment, hopelessness, and going to end again in darkness, hopelessness. On their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by bones. Slag is the waste material left after a chemical reaction. The poet has compared that residual matter, that waste material, with the bodies of these children on their slag heap. The poet says that the bodies of these children are undernourished. They are wasted bodies. They cannot do anything. They do not have physical strength. These children wear skins, and it seems that these children are wearing skin to cover their body, to cover their flesh, peeped through by bones, and their skins are peeped through. What is coming out of their skins is bones. And we cover our body with clothes. It seems that these children are covering their flesh and bones through the skins, with their skin, and the skins and the bones are peeping out, coming out through the skin. Bones are visible through the skin. And spectacles of steel with mended glass. Steel, the frame of the spectacles. These days, various high quality material frames of spectacles are available in the market, but these slum children are still wearing the spectacles with the steel frame, with mended glass like bottle bits on stones, and the glass of their spectacles is not whole. It is broken, it is cracked. It is as if somebody has put pieces of small pieces of glass on these stones. So that depicts a shattered glass, a broken glass, and such is the condition of the specs of these children, cracked ones. All of their time and space are foggy slum. The poet says that the slum children spend all their time and space, they live there in that foggy, that dull slum. So blot their maps with slums as big as dome. This is very important. Plotting means covering. The poet wants that the map which is there in the class of the slum children, it should be colored with slums. Slums as big as doom. Doom is associated with death. Doom is associated with destruction. The poet says, because in the map which is present in the class, there is no place marked for the slums. So let us teach these children that in the world, in the map created by the capitalists, there is no place for slum. So let us tell them that is not their world, the map made by the rich people. Let us blot, let us color, let us make the map which is present in the class marked as slums. Let us tell them that the slum is their world. The world is not the actual world for them. Let us blot, let us smear the map present in class with slums to tell these children that the slum is their actual world, and these slums are as big. They are so big that their destruction would take place here. Their death would also take place in the slums. They will never be able to come out of the slums. Now the fourth stanza. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. The poet says that until or unless the governor of the area, the inspectors who come to school, any visitor who visits the school, they do something for the upliftment of the slum children, nothing can be done. Until then, this map becomes their window. The map which is there in the class, it is their only window, only access to know about the outside world. And these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs, the windows of the classroom which close their lives like catacombs. The meaning of catacombs is given below. A long underground gallery with excavations in its sides for tombs. The name catacombs before the 17th century was applied to the subterranean cemeteries near Rome. The poet says the map is their only source of getting to know about the outside world, and the windows of the classroom, it seems that they are going to shut their lives, end their lives like catacombs. Catacombs are cemeteries, graveyards. That in these windows of the classroom, they will end dying up here in the class. They will never have an access to the outside world. The windows, the classrooms, the slum will uh, act as catacombs in their lives, will end in their death also. They will act as cemeteries for them, graveyards for them. They will die here. Break, oh, break open till they break the town. The poet is urging people to break the barriers, to break the walls which separate the slum children from the rest of the world. Let us break open the walls till they are able to reach the town, till these children are able to come to town and show the children to green fields. The poet urges people to take these children to green fields. Let us show them the green fields, the beautiful green fields, and make their world run azure on gold sands. The poet wants these children to go to sea also, and to go outside and see sea also. Azure means blue color. The poet wants these children to see the blue sea, to see the blue sky also, and the golden sand near the sea. And let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. The poet wants that these children should have an access to books also. Let their tongues run naked into books means let them have an access to reading books. They should have an access to good education. The white and green leaves open. The literal meaning of white and green leaves is the color of the pages of the color. They can be white, they can be green. The symbolic meaning is white and green is the color of the dollar. So let them have an access to money also. They should have an access to money. History theirs, whose language is the sun. The poet concludes by saying that only those people are able to create history whose language is the sun, who have knowledge in their lives. People who are educated, who have knowledge, only they are able to create history. Thank you.